Hey guys, my name is Matt Levchenko, and I'm a local real estate coach and trainer here in Kansas City. And I want to give you the 6 steps to get your real estate license in Kansas City. First of all, congratulations, you made it here. You're pumped, and now you're wondering what's next. How do I even get started getting my real estate license here in Kansas City? This sheet's going to walk you through the 6 steps, and step number 1 is understanding what the required hours are for training in Kansas City. You're going to get licensed in the state that you live in first. And so Kansas and Missouri have slightly different requirements for the amount of course hours. However, because the metro is often split up into 2 areas and agents have licenses in both states, most of them do, some don't, you're going to get the license in the state that you live in first, and the classes are going to allow you to overlap some of the requirements. If you plan on being licensed in Kansas and Missouri, just let the school know that you want to do that, and they're going to give you what their requirements are. What are the options for real estate school? Many of you are probably wondering, well, like, I have a full-time job. How do I do it? How do I make the time? Well, there are several options. The one I recommend the most is in-person real estate school training. Career Education Systems is one of the schools that we link to in this sheet down below that has all day in person, which is one of the fastest ways to get done. So if you've got some vacation time or you've got a week or 2 off, you're going to want to do that because it's going to get you through everything here quickly. Or there's a night option, which is from 6 to 10 p.m. in the evenings, which takes a little bit longer because there are required hours to do so. Career Education is one of the highest passing rate education programs in the area. And message me before you get enrolled because there may be a discount code available that's going to save you some money on the front end. So in-person training is there. They also have an online option, and I'm also going to link several other online real estate schools as well. If you've never been licensed in real estate, the real estate schools are going to offer you different programs online as far as like the level of classes. And the most basic one's just going to give you the information required for the test. And that's about it. If you've never been licensed before, I wouldn't even look at the most basic package. Take a look at like the next levels up that are going to have some components of like either someone that you can ask live questions to, and if there are practice tests available. So if you've done online training before and you're comfortable with online school, go for it. Myself personally, I needed to be in person. I needed to be able to be like, hold on, I don't understand. What does this mean? And so you be the judge of that. And again, those links are down below. You've taken the classes and you're now ready to take the exam. I've linked to you the areas where you're going to go and schedule your real estate exam in Kansas and Missouri. When you take the classes, I'm gonna challenge you to go ahead and schedule your test like at that time because they do fill up. There's only so many slots. So once you start your classes, take a look at some dates that are going to be available based on when the class is going to be finished. And then I would suggest you take the test as soon as possible. The biggest mistake that I've seen some people make is that when the class is over, they want to take time to study and then take the test. What they found is that if they would have scheduled the test sooner, you've learned it. It's in there. And like spreading out the time after the class doesn't always help everybody. So if you're not certain how that's going to work for you, try to schedule the class, and I mean the test, as soon as you're finished with the class. You've passed the test, you've done the classes. In both states, you're going to require to do a fingerprinting and background check. Now, Kansas and Missouri have different requirements and instructions on how to do that. I've linked that down below in step 4. Here comes the fun part. Here's step 5. You've taken the classes, you've passed the test, you've done the fingerprints. It's now time for you to choose a brokerage. In Kansas and Missouri, and pretty much everywhere that I've coached agents in real estate, you've got to have a broker that's going to support you. So you're going to sign up and interview with brokerages. Now I'm saying interview because you're going to, they're all different. When I got into real estate, I didn't know that I had a lot of options. I had friends that were in real estate and they shared with me where they went. So I talked to them, and then somebody suggested, hey, have you also talked to anybody else? And I said, well, why would I talk to anybody else? And boy, am I glad I did. Because there are some brokerages that they don't even take new agents because they don't have training systems and support to help somebody that's new in the industry get up and running. They're only a place that they may have a really great environment for currently producing agents or agents that already have business or really know how to navigate contracts and stuff. It's good to know that ahead of time, because the worst thing is like you joined a place and you're like, well, now what? Because what you'll discover is in real estate school, they don't actually teach you how to get real estate business. That's one of the biggest things that a lot of the different brokerages and companies differ in, is what are their new agent trainings. I also linked some questions that you're going to want to ask every brokerage, right? There's some really important questions like, what does your new agent training look like? Are there results? Can you show me some of the statistics of your new agents that are coming in? How many of the new agents that started with you are still with you? We call it in the industry attrition, right? What's the average of the agents getting out of the business in your office? Because if they've got a really healthy culture and they've got great systems, training, and support, there's no reason for an agent to leave, right? And so early on in your career, it's really important to go into an environment that has proven systems, training, accountability, and coaching. So that's really important. And if you have more questions about that, I'd love to answer and kind of share with you a little bit more around my thoughts. Step 6 is the home stretch. So you've interviewed brokerages, they've answered your questions, it feels really good. Now it's time for you to join the local board of realtors. The local board of realtors in our area is called Kansas City Regional Association of Realtors. You have to join the board to gain access to the MLS and to be a member of a lot of the different affiliations and get access to the properties that are listed in our area. So I put the link to those resources down below. There are initiation fees and dues that go along with that, but they are prorated based on what time of year you join. And so those are the 6 steps to get licensed. However, I also included bonus number 7. Bonus tip number 7 is, and I alluded to it earlier, is that getting your real estate license does not teach you how to get started in real estate. And it's different. If you've never done sales before, if you've never been in an environment where you are your own boss, there's a lot to learn. And so I'm going to offer a free consultation session to help you create a goal and a really kind of basic business plan, and give you some tips and ideas and strategies along the way to get started in real estate. Now, because you clicked on this link and because you clicked on getting some more information, I'm going to share with you some tips and strategies along the way through emails and texts that you'll be receiving that some of our agents that have joined us were able to put in place and got into business right away. Click the link, schedule a time, let's visit. In the meantime, take a look through any of this stuff. If you have any questions, I want you to consider me a resource. I'd love for you to reach out. I love helping agents get into the business. And congratulations. Like, what you do with this is up to you, and it can be one of the most exciting times of your life. Real estate's been incredible for my family and myself, and here's to your success.